So yeah, I mean, that's the main reason for the GDPR, really, to protect individuals and to protect the data subjects. So right from the outset, they've got the right to be informed that the data is going to be processed, and that's really probably going to be through a privacy notice that appears on websites or in whatever form we're collecting the data. There should be something setting out what data we're collecting, why we're going to use it, how we're going to store it, how we're going to dispose of it, that sort of information. They've got the right to be informed. They've got the right to rectification. So if some of the data is incorrect, businesses will have a month from receiving a notice that the information is correct to correct it. And that doesn't just apply to the data controller. If the data processor is notified that the data is incorrect, they're going to have to inform the data controller, who will have to correct their data. And the data controller, if they've passed that data to other third parties, they're going to have to notify each recipient of the correction and make sure that's followed through. There are provisions for an extension of time if the data is complex, and that can be increased up to 3 months. But usually that request has to be dealt with in a month. And there's also provision for the right to erase data. So if, for instance, we've relied upon the interest as the lawful reason for use, and that wasn't correct, there's no real reason why the company should be using that as the lawful reason, we can request that it's deleted. If the reasons that we identified, or the purpose for using the data, no longer exists anymore, perhaps I've bought my car and I no longer need another one, I can request that I'm deleted from the database. It's not an absolute right, though, and there are quite clear rules in the GDPR when the data processor doesn't have to delete the data. They tend to apply to bigger organisations, to public bodies that have perhaps statutory duties to store data on people.